Shalom. First thing, foremost, giving all credit to Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. Double honors, much respect to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai Barakatham. To the hopefully elect, to you sincere believers, man. Beautiful times that we are in. All right, through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, able to come out another day. Today's Thursday, July 15th, the year 2021, which we are eagerly waiting on the second coming of our Lord, man, to deliver us out of this hellhole, this captivity, this maximum security prison known as Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, and knowing and understanding prophecy, man. Yahweh Shai, he told us that no man knows the day or the hour, but he left us the signs, you know. And we're living in those signs, man. We are definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, in the times of the end. All right. And I'm gonna get this real quick. Because again, if you're diligent, all right, if you're staying on your watch, all right, this is how you measure the times that we're in. Second Ezra chapter 9 and verse 1, it says, He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. So again, that's why I said, you know, without a shadow of a doubt, we are definitely in these times, the times of the end. How? By measuring prophecy. All right. Again, he answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. All right, so with everything that's going on, sinkholes popping up all over the place, earthquakes in diverse places, right? You got mass floodings going on in certain places, mega droughts, you know, heat waves, you know. This is Yahweh Shem Shai visiting this place. All right. It said, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, right? Which there's been uproars of people for a while, but throughout the years, it's only intensified. All right, like the situation that's going on out there in Africa, man. You know, which a lot of them are Jakes. If you got any questions, feel free to ask. But a lot of those are our people, for one thing, right? But just touching on that briefly, you know, because again, there's uproars all over the place, right? France, you know, they're basically on the brink of a civil unrest. All right, I believe it's France because of those they're making it mandatory to take that thing, you know, that poison, you know, and the people are uproaring, they're protesting that, as well as Paris. All right. You know, because little by little, you know, and they're pushing this thing hard, man. They're pushing this stab and jab. They're pushing it hard, you know. But why is that? Because Esau, you see, Esau, he's not just some dummy, all right. He has intelligence on the left hand, all right. He has wisdom, knowledge, and understanding on the left hand. But nevertheless, they know these things as well. All right, and they know their kingdom is prophesied to come to an end. And you see, this is what's going on right now. Esau, he's coming to the end of his kingdom. So this is why they're pushing that stab and jab so hard. All right, and this is why things are speeding up. All right, and again, it's only going to intensify. Things are only going to intensify. Things are only going to continue to speed up. All right, and ultimately that's the how about Shema Shai, you know, because again, we're longing to get the hell up out of this place, but before we do, we know and understand that all hell has to break loose out here. All right, you know, so things are only going to intensify. There's no going back to quote unquote normal. All right, you know, life as we know it, man, it's about to change on a dramatic scale. All right, life is about to change for all of us, man. And again, because Esau, he's going to more and more tighten the grips He's gonna tighten the screws on this place, you know. But let me read that again in verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which again, there's uproars all over the place, man. You even got small little skirmishes here in America in certain places, you know. Lord's will, man, because with what's going on out there in Cuba, all right, you got people in the States here, basically, you know, basically joining hand, you know, they're protesting, because with what's going on out there in Cuba, all right. I said Lord's will because hopefully it spills over, you know, here, you know, to the Americas. Lord's will, you know, because what's going on out there in Cuba, which a lot of stuff, man, they're not even reporting on. They're blacking out internet outages and stuff like that, because it came out, all right. A few videos have surfaced how, because of all the unrest that's going on out there, they're dragging people out of their homes. They're dragging men, young men, all right, out of their homes and forcing them to join the military, to combat, you know, all the unrest and whatnot. That's what's going on. And like I said, there's videos are surfacing where people are literally being dragged out of their homes. All right, you know, clinging on to their mommies, clinging on to their doorposts and stuff like that. You know, and again, you know, hopefully, hey, man, you know, all that stuff spills over here to the Americas. All right, because what we often prophesy, man, it's just that we're just waiting on that one event to really set all hell to break loose out here. We're just waiting on that one event, because America, it's just, hey, man, this place, it's just waiting on that you know, that spark, man. All it takes is that one spark to completely light this place and you know, blow it up in flames, man. You know, just that one spark, and that's what we're waiting on, man. You know, but dealing with Cuba, man, you know, a lot of them are blaming it on, basically, they're blaming America for why they're suffering food shortages. You know, they're basically suffering like a humanitarian crisis. You know, not enough food, supplies, and stuff like that. You know, they're blaming all that stuff on America. Going back to Africa, all right, because with those Hamites, all right, for the longest, they've been wanting the so-called white man to get the hell up out of their country. You know, so now it's to the point where, hey, you got a lot of those Africans, man, those Hamites, all right, and again, a lot of them are Jakes, but hey, man, because what you hear going on, how you hear how those Hamites, man, they're doing a lot of looting, right? You know, basically tearing up the communities. But what people don't know is, you see those Hamites, man, because again, for the longest, they've been wanting the so-called white man to get the hell up out their country. So what they're not really telling you is, a lot of those Hamites, man, not only are they looting, they're looting certain warehouses and stuff like that, but they're strategically targeting certain places to get them out. You know, they're specifically targeting certain things to get Esau out the country. All right, you know, a lot of that stuff that they're writing is specifically targeted. It's specifically targeted to affect Esau, all right, and his business, stuff like that. You know, that's not what they're really telling people. You know, they like I said, they riding looting warehouses. You know, and basically a lot of those Edomites, you know, it's like those Hamites, they're trying to starve Esau out. This is why you have a lot of armed citizens, you know, bearing guns and whatnot, you know, because those Hamites, they're targeting those Edomites to get them the hell out of the country, you know, because pretty much everything that's going on around the world, all this tumult, it's because of the Esau, man. It's because of these people and these nations. They're starting to come to that understanding. It's because of these devils, man. You know, this is why, right? Because the scriptures say, when the righteous are in authority, the people they rejoice. I'm gonna get that real quick. Big quote, not a lot. I'll go ahead and bring it out. And this is how you know those people calling themselves Jews, the Jews, they're not the real people of Yahweh Shem Shai. Because if they were the real people of Yahweh Shem Shai, their earth would be at peace right now. So this is why all these nations are in an uproar. All right. Proverbs 29:1, it says, "He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy." Verse 2, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice." So you see, everyone, all these nations are catching hell. They're getting fed up with the so-called white man. All right. You know, all these nations are protesting and rioting because of the real people of Yahweh Shem Shai, the real Israelites, which are you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, Seminole Indians. All right. We're not in power. Because again, when the children of Israel are in power, that's when the world will really be in peace. That's when things will really be in tranquility. But again, who's running the earth? Job 9:24, the wicked. The earth has given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? When you read Malachi 1:4, all right, Esau, he's the border of wickedness, man. You know? So they're the ones that are running the earth right now. All right. But again, we're at the end of his empire. We're at the end of his kingdom. So this is why you're starting to see all these protests and all these riots, because it's getting ready. The Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to take these devils out of power. And again, Esau knows this. He sees this. He sees his kingdom crumbling. All right. He knows this. But again, verse 2 says, "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bears rule, the people mourn." And again, the people, again, this is why there's protests, riots all over the place. Because the wicked are ruling, man. The people are mourning. The people are tired. You see, in our kingdom, even the nations, all these heathens, even they're going to be at rest, man. Even they're going to an extent, because they're not going to reap the benefits of the kingdom as we are. But even the nations under our rule, man, they're going to be straight, man. They're going to be good after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery. Even the nations are going to be at peace, man. You know? But you see, as long as this devil is in power, man, you know, hey, man, the earth itself is sick. You know, let's get that real quick. You know, people are so optimistic about this place getting back to normal. You know, what are you optimistic about, man? Still got to wake up, work these bullshit 9-to-5 jobs, get cursed out by our own women, disobedient and rebellious ass children. What do you got to look forward to this place? Talking to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know, our people, they want to keep the white man in power, man. And this is why they're going to be destroyed with him. Isaiah Isaiah 24. I'll just start at verse 1. Isaiah chapter 24, verse 1, it says, "Behold, Yahweh maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof." How is Yahweh Shem Shai going to make the earth a waste? All right. Because it's not just America that's completely polluted. The whole earth, like I said, the whole earth is sick. This whole earth needs to be refreshed. It needs to be cleansed. All right. How is Yahweh Shem Shai going to do that? By purging this place, by purging this planet with fire. ICBM nuclear missiles, man. All right. The fire from those missiles is going to purge everything. All the elements, like it tells you, it tells you in Peter's, man. All the elements are going to be melted. You know, everything in the air, man, it's all polluted, it's corrupted, chemtrails and all type of shit, man. All that's going to be purged out. You know, verse 2 says, "And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, As with the servant, so with his master. As with the maid, so with her mistress. As with the buyer, so with the seller. As with the lender, so with the borrower. As with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. Verse 3, the land shall be utterly empty and utterly spoiled, for Yahweh has spoken this word. So again, how is Yahweh Shem Shai going to empty the earth, make this place a desolate wasteland, right? By way of those that fire, man. You know, by way of those ICBM nuclear missiles. Here it is. China just came out. China built like 100 new silos, right? All these nations are stacking up on these missiles. What do you think that's for, man? Those missiles, all these nations are stacking up on ICBM missiles. It's not going to be put to, to nothing. They're not stacking up all these missiles for no reason. They're going to be put to use, all right? And that's the ultimate judgment Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to plague this place with, man. That's going to be the ultimate judgment. Because those missiles, they're going to be shot forth throughout the four corners of the earth, completely destroying the land of America as well as the land of Israel. But Israel is going to be built back up. All right. Verse 4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The hardy people of the earth do languish. And you see, this is what's happening now. Again, to people are crying about getting back to normal. People are so desperate to get back to normal. No, man, this place is through. This place is done. It's fading away. All right? This place is through. People that are putting their trust in America, that this place is going to bounce back, they're putting their trust in a false hope, man. Because this place is done for. It's done for, man. America is going to be very soon. Not only is this place going to be a third world country, which it already is, but America is going to be the worst place to be on the planet very soon. You know, because again, with everything that's going on, all that stuff is coming here to Babylon the Great very soon. And when it comes to this place, it's going to hit this place. When it hits this place, man, it's going to be ridiculous. You know, I always say, Yahweh Shem Shai, he's preserving the best for last. He's saving the best for last. All right, all the said judgments, America is going to be hit the worst. So it's just a matter of time, man, before all hell breaks loose, and everyone else is going to be looking at America like, damn, you know. Verse 5, Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants. Why? How? Because look who's ruling. All right, look who's ruling. All right, because Esau, man, he brings nothing but death, destruction. You know, everywhere Esau goes, death follows him. So this is why all these nations, man, their governments are failing. All right, because all these nations, man, you know, they partook in that Babylon juice. You know, and this is why these nations, they're suffering, man. You got women in certain parts in the Middle East twerking and shit. You know. Because, hey, for one, man, a lot of those customs that those Middle Easterns, what they do, man, what they practice, that's of our customs. You know? Because, you know, you go back over there to the Middle East, man, a lot of them, they still practice the ancient customs of stoning sodomites, putting those that commit adultery, they putting them to death. They still do that over there. You know? And you see, our laws, they work, you know. So you see, with our laws, contained in our laws, man, is order, you know. And at a point in time, our women, there was, you know, in order, man, you know. But being that these Babylon women, man, you know, these Babylonian women, man, they're all out of order. And you see all these nations mimic the customs of America. And again, this is why you see a lot of these women in these other countries, these other nations, you know, now they're twerking and shit, man, you know, committing adultery, dressing all provocative and shit, you know, because they picked up on this Babylon juice. You see, man? And this is why, you know, this is a part of how the earth is defiled. All right, this earth, man, like the scriptures say, the foundations, man, it's all backwards, man. It's all screwed up. And you see, this is why we need a refreshing. This is why we need the refreshing, man. This is why we need the kingdom, because in our kingdom, things are going to be put back in this natural order. You see, in our kingdom, man, you're not going to have our women dressing all prerogative, being whores, proud whores, you know, so on and so forth. In our kingdom, man, everything's going to be set back in its rightful place. So this is why we long for the kingdom. We need the kingdom, you know. We need the kingdom to help this place. Like I said, because a lot of our people, they don't want to see Esau. They don't want to see the so-called white man be taken out of power. And this is why they're going to be destroyed with him, you know. But going back to Isaiah 24:5, it says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. Again, you know, the different philosophies, all right, all the food is poisoned, corrupted, everything is jacked up, man. You know, and thankfully, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, you know, because we're sick, man. We're sick. If it wasn't for this truth and Yahweh Shemel Shai giving us this truth, all right, then, hey, man, we be on the path to destruction. We be on the same path as these 2/3. All right, because prophesied 2/3 of our people is not going to make it. And we be on the same path as them. So this is why, again, you know, because even us, man, you know, we're sick, man. You know, we need to be saved, man. You know, and that's the point of this truth. All right, to cleanse us up, you know, through this water, this living water, right? Reading on it says, because they have transgressed the laws. So you see, again, because with all laws, statutes, and ordinances of Yahweh Shemel Shai, all right, everything is basically going to be, if you apply the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, everything's going to be good. You know, everything's going to be in order. But you see, when you disregard the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai, it's chaos. It's tumultuous, man. It's chaotic. And this is what you see going on, you know, because as much as Esau tries to put on the front that he's a God-fearing man, all right, you know, and America is a so-called God-fearing nation. This is why you see, because basically they try to do away with the natural ordinances of Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? Like you got this guy Bill Gates, man, talking about blocking out the sun, right? Creating a synthetic sun, an artificial sun, something like that. You know, Esau, they create what do you call it? 3D printed meats and shit like that, man. Because they're trying to do away with the natural ordinance of Yahweh Shemel Shai. You see, the scriptures talk about how the herbs of the earth, man, certain herbs you could take. Yahweh Shemel Shai created certain herbs that you could take to heal and treat certain illnesses and diseases and stuff like that. But what does Esau do? He does away with that. He comes up with his own pharmakia, all right? Which, when you go back to the word, it goes back to sorcery, witchcraft. It's poison. That's where they get the word pharmacy from. It goes back to the Greek word pharmakia. It's sorcery, man. You know, gets our people hooked on that shit. So you see, again, if you apply the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai, then hey, man, everything's gonna be good. Everything will be straight. You know, everything will go smoothly. But you see, again, Esau, he appoints himself as the Most High. So he comes up with his own laws, statutes, and commandments. Which, again, this is what's clearly, man. This is why the earth is in a tumult. All right, there's no order, man. You know, because hey, the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai above everything, man. Above all things, man. It works. All right. Like in a relationship, man. If you apply the love of Yahweh Shemel Shai, then hey, man, you know, hey, more than likely your relationship is going to be successful one. See, our perspective, our perception of love is tainted, man. You know, but again, it's just one of many things. You see, Esau, he promotes everything against the Yahweh Shemel Shai. Esau in this society it teaches you to be about yourself. This is what all the social media, all right, all this shit, social media, you know, women taking selfies every damn 5 minutes, you know, attracted to all the likes and comments and shit, all the attention and shit, thirst trapping and shit. That's what's promoted in this society, to be about yourself. You see, man? And again, you know, hey, when dealing with the laws, statutes, and ordinances of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you see, man, you know, that's why these things are important. You know, lately I've been saying, man, how, you know, our people, man, they look at the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai as something that's grievous, you know, and it's the complete opposite. You know, Yahweh Shemel Shai has the laws and the ordinances set up for a reason, and it's to benefit us, man. You know? But reading on, it says, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance. So you see, going into this, the ordinances of Yahweh Shemel Shai, this is what Esau, this is what he does. All right, he does away, he X's out the true Messiah, and then he exalts himself, because again, he is a self-appointed, proclaimed God. And this is why our people, they don't want to see the so-called white man get out of power, like I said, you know, because with all his technology, military, and all that shit, our people, they look at that like, wow, you know. But Yahweh Shemel Shai gave him that technology, man. You know. Yahweh Shemel Shai gave these devils that technology, you know. So worship him, right? Yeah, dealing with these ordinances, man. You know, this is why everything's all out of whack, man. Everything is all out of course. Here it is, Esau, man. They with the deforestation, you know, messing up the ecosystem. The oceans are all polluted, right? Because Esau deems it okay to you know, eat the filth of the oceans, man. And this is why the oceans are all out of course. The oceans are all jacked up, you know. But you see, if you applied the laws of Yahweh Shemel Shai and kept his ordinances, we wouldn't have this problem. You see, man? But it says, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore have the curse devoured the earth. And who's this curse? Esau, Edom. It says, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt and few men left. Yeah, because ultimately when Yahweh Shemel Shai brings that purging agent, that fire, all right, that purifying agent, all right, only the elect are going to be saved. And compared to the world population, that's a small number. So you see, man. But nevertheless, this curse, man, this curse that's defiling this earth. All right. This is why he has to be taken out of power, man. This is why he has to be taken out of power. Because again, in our rulership, in our kingdom, all right, hey, man, you know, it's going to be sweet, man. We can only imagine. You know, we can only imagine, man, what we're going to get in our kingdom. All right, the benefits of our kingdom. Like I said, even the nations, you know, after 1,000 years of hardcore slavery, even the nations aren't going to be good, man. You know? Get that or the book of Romans. Romans chapter 8. I'll start at verse 16. Romans 8 and 16. It says, the Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. It says, and if children, then heirs, heirs of the Most High, and joint heirs with Hamashiach. If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be glorified, that we may be also glorified together. Because you see, when Yahweh Shai shows up to take these devils out of power, all right, and establishes the kingdom, We're going to be joint heirs with that. Joint heirship with our Lord Yahushua. All right? It's going to be a joint heirship because one thing our Lord, man, he's not selfish. All right? Everything that he's going to get, all right, he's going to share it with his elect men. So you see that joint heirship, man. You know? And again, the many benefits of the kingdom, we can only imagine. But nevertheless, all right, through the unselfishness of our Lord, we're going to get all that, man. We're going to obtain all that. All right? We're going to create creation. All right? Because once this place gets completely annihilated, all right, and once this earth gets hit with those ICBM missiles, all right, you know, hey, we got to build it back up, right? We got to build things back up. And of course, it's going to be by way of the hands of the heathens. Because you see, man, hey, we're not going to have to lift a finger in our kingdom. You know, when it comes to the labor force, because again, hey, we're going to be creating new planets, man. We're going to be doing all type of stuff in our kingdom. You see, man. Romans chapter 8 and verse 18, it says, For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. So this is why it's important to endure in this faith, to fight the good fight until the very end. He that endureth until the end shall be saved. It's important because, hey, everything that we endure now, everything that we put up with now, man, hey, you know, everything that we deal with now, man, it's going to be worth it. You know, hey, in the kingdom, we're going to be looking back, drinking wine with our Lord and our fellow brothers, man. You know, looking back, laughing at these things, man. You know, just looking back, like all we had to do was deal with that, and we get all this. Because what we're going to get in the kingdom, man, in reality, we don't deserve it. We don't deserve it by a long shot. You know, it's not even going to be fair, all the benefits we're going to receive in our kingdom for just enduring this little suffering. You know, it's not even going to be fair, but hey, you know, our Lord Yahushua, that joint heirship, everything that he got, because he's the son of the Most High Yahweh, all right? Everything that he got, he's going to share with his brothers, man, the elect. You know, that joint heirship. Verse 19, it says, For the earnest expectation of the creature waiteth for the manifestation of the sons of the Most High. So you see, the earnest expectation of the creature. Even the creatures are longing for us to get back in kingdom, to get back in power. The trees, plants, animals, all right, the earth itself, because I just read it in Isaiah 24, the earth being defiled, right? The curse that's devouring the earth. You see, the earth is dying, man. The earth itself is sick. The earth itself is crying out. And all the inhabitants in it, each and every one of us, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, we're dying, man. We're sick. You know, but you see, when the real Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians get back in power, that's when the earth is going to be refreshed. All right? That's when everything's going to be set back in its rightful order. And that's what we're longing for. That's what we're eagerly waiting on. All right? Now, just right here, even the creatures itself, the creatures themselves, man, you know, they're waiting for us to get back in power. The nations, they're waiting for us to get back in power. You know, because under the rulership of Esau, Edom, everything is dying. Everything is sick. Like I said, everywhere that Esau goes, nothing but death and destruction follows him. So you see, this is why, again, he has to get taken out of power. He's been proven he's an unfit king. He's an unfit ruler. He don't know what the hell that he's doing, man. It's like giving a little kid a loaded gun. That's how Esau is, because he has a childlike mindset. And the scriptures tell you that. You know, the Lord will put over us, children will be over us, right? You know, it's like giving a kid a loaded gun, man. Driving a BMW. You know, that's how Esau is, man. And clearly, with all the chaos that you see going on in the world, it's proof. It's proof. Esau, he needs to be taken out of power. But, hey, in the very near future, all right, because again, we are in those times, man. We're in the end. Esau, he's going to be taken out of power. All right? Ultimately, Yahushua was the one that put him in power. Ultimately, Yahushua is going to be the one to take him out of power. Because you got a lot of these Israelites, man, they try to go about things their own way. They try to go about things carnally. You know, you're trying to offset prophecy, man. You know, a lot of these Israelite groups, they're carnal. All right. And one thing about Esau, his blessing is the sword. So this is why, how does Esau conquer the earth today? How does he have everything that he has today? By way of his blessing, the sword, the gun, violence. This is how he conquers everything. Right? So one thing to you Israelites, man, you're not going to beat Esau at his own game. That was a blessing given to him by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. You're not going to beat Esau at his game. Because our fight is spiritual, man. You know? Our fight is spiritual. It's not carnal. You know? But you see, hey, because through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, man, you know, again, Esau, he sees his kingdom going down. He knows his kingdom's going down. And he's trying everything in his power to go about things. You know, he's trying to sweet talk these people, right? Tell these people what they want to hear because he's a charmer. You know, he tells you what you want to hear, but in his heart is war. In his heart, he's plotting on how to destroy you. And you see, hey man, what does the scripture say? Never trust thy enemies. Matter of fact, I'll get that. Prime example of when you trust your enemies, look at our brothers, the tribe of Gad, all right? The so-called North American Indians, the Seminole Indians, right? A lot of the northern tribes, man. Look what happened to them when they put their trust in Esau, all right? The tribe of Gad was damn nearly eradicated, man. A whole tribe almost completely taken out, you know? But that's what happens when you put your trust in the enemy. He stabs you in the back. And a lot of these people that they're putting their trust in Joe Biden, they're putting their trust in the government, putting their trust in the system. Very soon, they're going to find out the hard way why you shouldn't have done so. Because it's not like these people haven't been warned, especially our people, not to put their trust in the enemy, in the oppressor, the one doing all the oppression, causing all the problems. This is who you people put your trust in? Well, this is why you're going to find out the very hard way. Why you should have listened to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. We get this in the book of Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. Because contrary to the popular saying in this place, keep your friends closer and your enemies closer. Nah, man. You see, when it comes to your known enemies, all right, keep them as far away from you as possible, man. That don't make no sense, keeping an enemy close to you, man. That don't make no type of sense. You see? It says, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness. All right? And no matter how many times you try to wipe off that rust, all right, it's not going to change the fact. It's the same thing with Esau, man. You know, he's still going to be contrary to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. All right? That perpetual hatred is always going to be there. You know, until he gets completely annihilated when you read the book of Obadiah, which a lot of these fake Christians, these phony pastors in these churches, they don't even touch on that book. All right? One of the shortest books in the Bible, but yet these pastors, they don't get into it. Why is that? Because if God loved everyone, right? Why in that book, man, it talks about the complete annihilation of a people, of a nation? Because again, going back to that 1,000 years of slavery, after that 1,000 years, Esau, he's going to be done away with. You know? He's going to be done away with. It's not going to be Edomite left. They're all going to be burnt up. All right? Because he's going to serve his purpose, and there's not going to be no use for him. You know? But, read verse 10 again. Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10 again, it says, never trust thine enemy, for as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, because you see, man, again, going back to what I said, hey, Esau, man, he crouches himself, he humbles himself, right? You know, he speaks peaceable words. Like I said, man, he tells the people exactly what they want to hear to get you reeled in. You know, because of Esau, man, and his soothing words, you know, these people, again, this is why people are optimistic about America bouncing back. You know, people really think that this place is going to get better. You know, Esau's telling them, hey, man, all you got to do is take the thing, man, you know. We just reach a certain amount of herd immunity, right? And then, hey, man, you know, life as we know it, or as we used to know it, hey, man, things can get back to normal finally. You know? But again, never trust thine enemy, man. You know? He's telling you people exactly what you want to hear to get favoritism, all right, to get you on his side, and ultimately partake in the Revelation 13, 16, and 17. Ultimately, because Esau, he has to butter you up, all right. Verse 11, it says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. So, hey, man, you know, and this is something our people, man, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and American Indians, all right, you don't take heed to these words, man, and then you wonder why you get put in these situations when you put your trust in the enemy, right? Because again, it says you have to take good heed, man. You're supposed to be when Esau starts talking, when he starts talking comfortable, right? When he says certain things and brings certain things out, right? You should be extra cautious, man. You should be extra aware. Your spiritual spidey senses should start kicking in, man. Should start tingling. You know, it's like what is this devil up to, man? What's this devil plotting, man? You know, it says, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away. Because again, no matter how much you wipe the rust off, the fact is still going to be there, man. All right, it's still going to be there, man. And again, Esau's hatred for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, hey, it's never going away. All right, it's never going away. You know, and you see, when Esau, when he gets to a point where he can't win the people over anymore, all right, when his witchcraft and his sorcery and all his spells that he casts, when all that stops working, all right, this is when Esau he's gonna revert back to what he does best. He's gonna revert back to his blessing, the sword. He's just gonna come in by violence, by way of violence, because that's how he gets everything. That's how he's conquered the earth. That's why you have over 800 some bases in all these other countries, man. You know, Esau has his stamp in all these other nations and all his other countries. It wasn't by way of peace offering. No, man, it's by way of war, violence, death. Like I keep saying, nothing follows Esau but death and destruction. That's all that comes when Esau comes around, man. So again, when he starts saying certain things, right, you should be extra cautious, man. Like, what is this devil up to? You know, what is this devil up to, man? What is he plotting, man? You know, because despite, again, man, what we've all been taught in this world, right? What we've all been taught, man. Because again, like I said before, man, this is why we're all corrupted. We're all polluted. We're all sick, man. Physically, as well as mentally, man. We're all jacked up in the head, man. Like I said, if it wasn't for this truth, then hey, man, we'd be heading to the path of destruction. Just right along with these 2/3, man. You know, but dealing with Esau, man, hey, his hatred for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians is never going to go away. It's always going to be there. And that's just how Yahweh Shemel Shai set it up. This is how he designed these people, man. Let me get this. Because despite what, you know, is taught in this world, man, you know, God loves everyone, you know, all that bullshit, right? You know, Yahweh Shemel Shai created these people to be exactly who they are, the devil. Let me get this in the book of Psalm. Matter of fact, I'm going to read Psalm 57. Because again, never trust thine enemy, right? Though he humbleth himself, all right? He speaks peaceable words, right? And again, when he says certain things, your spiritual spidey senses start kicking in. Like, what the hell is this devil up to? You know? Because knowing and understanding the enemy, right? I'm going to get this in Psalm 57. Verse 1, now this is speaking through the Spirit, all right? This is talking about Esau. Psalm 57 and 1, it says, be merciful unto me, O Most High. Be merciful unto me, for my soul trusteth in thee. And you see, this is the problem of our people. like I said, they put their trust in the so-called white man. And then they wonder why they're put in these jacked up situations, because Esau is nothing for Esau Edom to stab you in the back 10 times over. You know, it's nothing for Esau to beat a dead horse, man. You know, it's nothing for Esau, man. You could lose everything, you know. And Esau, he'll laugh you to your face, man. He'll laugh you to scorn without a second thought, no mercy, no compassion, none of that. And you see, this is what's getting ready to happen, especially to 2/3 of our people, man. They're about to find this out. But you see, man, and that's what you get. When you put your trust in the enemy, instead of putting your trust in Yahweh Shem Shah, man, that's what you get. Reading on, it says, yea, in the shadow of thy wings, I make my refuge until these calamities be overpassed. And you see, something that Esau, man, this is why you see a lot of celebrities amongst our people, they sell out, right? A lot of our people, they sell out. Like you had what's recent in the news, man, dealing with this guy Bill Cosby. You know, for whatever reason, you got Israelites thinking that this guy Bill Cosby, he came into this truth. You know, they think that he came into the truth for whatever reason. When you had this picture posted, one of the elders did a video on it. On his, I think it was an Instagram post. He's basically posing, showing a certain sign, hand gesture, you know, which if you know, certain hand Masonic symbols or whatnot, you know, a coding, so to say. Basically, it's like Bill Cosby's letting the elites know that he's back in business, you know, because this guy he's still worth like over $100 million, man. You think he's gonna get rid of? You think he's gonna let all that go? Hell no, man. You know, but you see people like that, the sellouts amongst our people, all right, it's because Esau, he promises them leeway. He promises them protection, a safe passage when all hell breaks loose, man. This is what Esau promises these people, you know. But you see, again, our trust is going to be in our faith in Yahweh Shem Shah. That's going to be our trust. That's going to be our safe passage, right? Verse 2 says, I will cry unto God Most High, unto God that performeth all things for me. And you see, man, again, like the scriptures talk about how all things, man, come from Yahweh Shem Shai. The Lord makes a man rich and the Lord makes a man poor. You know, because here they just gave out this what do you call it, child tax credit or whatever. Basically more money the government gave out, you know, and stuff like that. It amps our people up even more into putting the trust in Esau as he's God, you know, when ultimately that's from Yahweh Shem Shah, man, because hey, some brothers, when they were giving out the stimulus checks, hey, some brothers, they got the stimulus checks, you know, so certain brothers in the truth get certain benefits from the government and whatnot, but knowing that it's Yahweh Shem Shah is providing for them. So you see, man, we know the difference. We can tell the difference, unlike these people, right? Verse 3, it says, he shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Because if Yahweh Shem Shah didn't speak the days up, like it tells you in Matthew the 24th chapter, if Yahweh Shem Shah didn't speak the days up, because hey, I'm telling you, when it gets bad out here, it's going to get bad. Like I said, America very soon is going to be the worst place to be on earth. You know, this place is going to be real unrecognizable. You think it's bad in Africa? You think it's bad in Cuba, right? You think it's bad in Venezuela? You think it's bad in Myanmar? You think it's bad in all these other places? That's not going to be nothing compared to what's coming here. Like I keep saying, the best is being saved for last. America is in for some judgment. All right, this place and these people are they're going to get it. The worst, right? But like I was saying, because if the Lord didn't speak the days up, because that's how bad it's going to get, you know, here it is, 2020, the year 2020, it went by hella quick. This year is going by pretty quick, you know? It seems like these days, these months, weeks are going by super fast, right? And that's no coincidence. Because again, this is Yahweh Shem Shai speeding the days up. And it's only going to seem like things are getting faster when they come around with Revelation 13, 16, 17, and 18. All right? That's when things are really going to get bad. That's when time is really going to speed up. And again, that's Yahweh Shem Shai speeding the days up for our sake. Because if he didn't, then, hey, man, these devils, man, they will consume us completely. They will swallow us up. There would be no flesh to be saved. We'd all be done. He's so destructive, he would end up destroying himself. So you see, man? But again, it says, and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. You see, it said would swallow me up. Because the Lord is not going to allow that to happen. All right? To the elect. You see, the 2/3, man, they're gonna get swallowed up, man. All right? But you see, to those that have been doing what they're supposed to do, all right, are taking heed to these words, you know, doing everything that they're supposed to be doing, the Lord's not going to allow these devils to just, you know, swallow them up and then just take them and die the death of the 2/3. The Lord's not going to allow that to happen to his elect. You see, man? But it says, Selah, God shall send forth his mercy and his truth. And you see, the truth is here now. This is why brothers are out here on the highways and byways. Brothers doing videos on the internet every single day. All right, the truth is out here. But the time is coming where, because you see, the truth is out here. It's freely available. But people, they walk by, you know, they don't inquire of the prophets. All right, because they don't care. But you see, when all hell starts breaking loose out here, that's when they're going to be trying to find us, trying to search us out, trying to inquire what we were talking about, trying to get the names of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, you know. When Revelation 13, 16, and 17 comes around and that thing is mandated, you know, you're going to have people trying to, you know, figure out and inquire. No, man. You see, this truth has been going out for over 30 plus years, man. 30 plus years. More than that. All right? Since the 60s, this truth has been going out. So you see, man, hey, when Yahweh Shem Shai closes the book, all right, that's it. All right? That's when he's going to retract himself. Because the scriptures talk about how the Lord, he's a God that hides himself. So you see, man, hey, when that day comes, the internet gets taken out. You're going to have martial law. Again, hey, we won't be out here on the highways and the byways anymore. We won't be able to post videos. All right, it's gonna be game time. You see all these little pop quizzes. We're getting ready for the big test. Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30:7. We're getting ready for the big test. All right, no cell phones, no nothing, no distractions. It's showtime. And you see, I always say, man, our people have a very bad habit of trying to get right. Our people have a bad habit of trying to do the right thing and you know, get mercy and all these other things at the last second. You see, hey, again, when Yahweh Shem Shai says that's it, no, man, it's not, no, because they're a bunch of hypocrites. Our people are a bunch of hypocrites. So when the Lord says that's it, man, that's it. Because like the scripture said, we're in the times of, it compares to times that we're living in as in the days of Noah. And you see, what was Noah doing? He was prophesying. He was out there prophesying. All right? And just like today, you get the prophets of Yahweh Shem Shai were prophesying, right? Just like during Noah's time, man, I'm sure they were talking shit. You know, they thought he was crazy. They thought he was bugged out. They thought he was a lunatic. It's the same thing with us today, man. You know, you got a bunch of niggas in sackcloth, right? Just preaching the Bible, talking to a camera, right? These people, they think we're crazy. They think we're nut jobs. And that's okay. That's okay, you know? But just like during the days of Noah, when the Lord sealed that ark, all right, it's going to be the same thing today, man. When the Lord seals the spiritual ark, that's it. You know, you're going to have a bunch of people whining, crying, gnashing their teeth, begging. No, man, the hell with you, man. Because you see, man, and this is mostly with our people, all right? All we do is try to tell our people, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, that you're the children of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. You're the real people that the Bible speaks about. You're the real Israelites. And all you got to do is repent. We try to tell our people this message because this is the gospel, right? We try to tell our people, man, these things. And our people, our own people, they be wanting to fight us. They be the main ones calling us crazy, lunatics, all type of stuff, man. You know, so that's why I say, man, the hell with the 2/3 of our people, the rejects, because they're going to be rejected. The scriptures talk about that, man. You know, our people, they reject Yahweh Shemel Shai. All right, well, when judgment comes out here, all right, and this place goes up in flames, Yahweh Shemel Shai, he's going to reject you. But going back to this, Psalm 57 and I'm going to read verse 3 again. He shall send from heaven and save me from the reproach of him that would swallow me up. Selah. God shall send forth his mercy and his truth. And you see, again, this is the time to be seeking that mercy. This is the time to be trying to get it right with Yahweh Shemel Shai. Right? Because again, just like going back to Noah, right? When Noah was out there prophesying, that was the time to get it right. That was the time to inquire, try to get mercy, get yourselves together. All right, but again, what did the people do? They talk shit, laugh the prophet to scorn. It's the same thing today, man. You know, this is the time to be obtaining Yahweh Shemel Shai and his mercy now, right? But hey, again, when the Lord closes the spiritual ark, that's it. But you see, Yahweh Shemel Shai, man, he judges us now, but he shows us mercy, man. You know, the Lord, she still shows us mercy. But you see, when all hell breaks loose out here, the Lord, he's not going to be showing mercy. You know, it tells you, man, these people, they're going to be left in a pitiful case, man. They're going to be left in a state of just like, damn. You know, people are going to be dying out here. No one's going to be able to be able to mourn for the loved ones. No, man, it's going to be so hectic. It's going to be so much of an adrenaline rush out here. You're not going to have time to mourn loved ones, right? You're not going to have time for none of that, man. You know, it's going to be like a movie, man. You know, just an action-filled movie. Because going back to what I said, America is going to be the worst place to be on the earth. Not only that, America is going to be the worst rated R movie of all time, man. It's about to be the worst rated R movie of all time, and we're about to be in it. We're about to witness these things, man. We're going to live through it. Contrary to what these Christians teach, there's going to be a rapture, you know, and people are going to get beamed up, and they're not going to have to endure this time of tribulation. No, man. The rapture comes after the fact. Those that remain faithful, those that endured until the end. You got these Christians talking about, I'm saved. What are you saved from? You still wake up in this captivity, still paying bills, right? Still dealing with all type of sicknesses and diseases, right? We're still under the curses, man. Deuteronomy 28 chapter, we're still under these curses. What are you saved from? Again, the scriptures say, he that endureth until the end, the same shall be saved, right? And this is why we do this work. We do what we're supposed to do, all right? Until the end comes. We're going to remain faithful until the end. Because when the end comes, that's when we're going to get raptured out of here. It's not going to be before. All right? It's going to be after. And that's when Yahweh Shai shows up. That's when Yahweh Shai is going to redeem us. And the kingdom is going to be established. Going back to what I said, that joint heirship. Starting with the elect. Yahweh Shai and the elect. All right? That's when the earth is going to be put back in order. Everything is going to be put back in order. And that's going to come after the ICBM nuclear destruction. Because believe it or not, the Bible does prophesy, it talks about nuclear warfare. And this is something that's hard for people to fathom, because just like during the time of Noah, when you read it, how the Lord watered the earth was the dew, the mist, you know, that you see early in the morning. You know, you see the mist over the grass and whatnot. That's how the Lord watered the earth. So here it is, Noah, he was trying to tell the people that, hey man, the Lord's he's gonna make it rain. Because again, prior to that, it never rained before. You know, so hey, Noah, he was trying to tell the people, hey man, the Lord's gonna cause this whole place, he's gonna flood this whole bitch with rain. You know? And just like today, back then, because they never seen nothing like that before, they didn't believe what Noah was talking about. It's the same thing today. We're telling you people that, hey, this place is going to be completely wiped out with ICBM fire, man. Nuclear warfare is biblical. But just like during the time of Noah, they thought the man was crazy. It's the same thing today. And you see, they don't believe in a nuclear fallout. They don't believe in it. Well, like I said before, why do you think all these nations are buying up ICBM missiles? Why do you think these nations are stacking up on missiles? Right? You got what's this place? I think it was North Korea. But a lot of these nations, man, they're having these parades, flaunting their missiles, right? Testing these missiles, creating new missiles. Like I said, China, they just created 100 new silos, right? Why do you think that is, man? Those missiles are not just going to go to waste, man. Those missiles are going to be put to use. And we're trying to tell you people that, hey, it's going to rain down all hell nuclear fire upon this place. This is what we're trying to tell you people, man. It's going to rain down nuclear fire, man. Like a scene straight out of the movie 300, man. When the sky was covered in arrows. All right? The Bible talks about this stuff, man. Where do you think they get these movie scenes? Where do you think they get this stuff from, man? Esau's not no originator. You know, he tells you his plans, his agendas in his movies, his TV shows, his games. He tells you his gameplay. A lot of you look at it as entertainment, right? But no, man. Just like you got prophets on the right hand telling you what is, Esau, he has his prophets on the left hand. These different movie directors, Steven Spielberg, these guys, man, they know what's up. They watch the prophets, all right? They get these ideas from the scriptures, man. Like Judgment Day 2, right? When you had the scene with Sarah Connor hanging on the fence, and then there was a big missile explode. That's from the Bible, man. Let me get that real quick, man. Get that real quick. They don't just make this stuff up, man. Because you see, man, the second coming of Yahweh Shai, contrary to what they teach in this world, it's not going to be a day of free hugs and kisses. You see, man, when Yahweh Shai shows up, and that's the thing. That's the thing. What's taught in this society is Jesus. All right? Some effeminate, blonde hair, blue eyed, stringy haired cat, man. No, man. See, this world, they don't teach Yahweh Shai. That's the true Messiah that the Bible talks about. And he's a so-called black man. And when he comes and brings this destruction, all right, hey, man, the scriptures say he's coming as a travailing woman, like a woman that her water just broke and she starts screaming in pain. Hey, when Yahweh Shai shows up, he's coming. Hey, man, he's pissed off. It says his eyes were red, man. Scriptures also say the Lord, he's coming as a bear bereaved of her cubs. And you know, man, those mother bears, they don't play about their cubs. You know, this is when Yahweh Shai shows up, man. He's not coming to give hugs and kisses. No, man. A lot of people are going to die in that day. A lot of people are looking forward to the second coming of Yahweh Shai. You have no idea what you're asking for. All right, because if you're not right, then hey, man, you know, this is going to be part of your judgment. Because also the scriptures talks about how, matter of fact, the scriptures talk about how the day of Yahweh Shai, man, it's going to be a day of a day hot like an oven, you know. Because this is what those ICBM nuclear missiles, this is what they're gonna be doing when they go to Zechariah. Because going back to the what I talked about, the movie scene, because like I said, man, they don't come up with these creative movie scenes out of nowhere. All right, again, they watch the prophets, they get their ideas from the prophets, and all this stuff is in the scriptures, man. Going back to the scene, Judgment Day 2, where Sarah Connor's hanging on the fence, right? And then you see a big flash of light and then fire, right? And then what happened? She got burnt up. Her skin melted away. When you get this in Zechariah chapter 14, Zechariah chapter 14 and verse 12. It says, and this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Because the plague, again, those ICBM missiles, that is the ultimate plague of Yahweh Shemel Shai. That is the ultimate judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. If somehow you make it past Jacob's trouble, all right, then hey, be prepared to be left behind to eat a missile. And it's just that point blank period. All right. Zechariah 14 and 12 again. And this shall be the plague wherewith Yahweh shall smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Talking about the eye sockets. People's internal organs are literally going to be melting People are going to be melted from the inside out. That's a horrible death. That's a horrible way to go. It says, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. So picture that. Again, where do you think they get these movie scenes from, man? They know about this stuff. They know the deal. It's that you simple people, y'all have the slightest clue. Y'all think a lot of this stuff is just entertainment. Right now, man, they're telling you straight up what they're going to do. You know, and they're telling you what's coming. But that's a horrible way to go, man. Your eye sockets melting out of your eye holes, man. Tongue melting out of your mouth. That's a horrible death. Like I said, you know, because the scriptures say, hey, the day of your house shot, that's going to be a day, that's going to be a day like an oven, man. It's going to be hot. Why? Because it's going to be fire everywhere. All right? This is why people, man, they're going to be melting away, man. You know, they're going to be incinerated. All right? And this is the plague of Yahweh Shemel Shah. Those ICB missiles, those are the plagues of Yahweh Shemel Shah. That is the ultimate, the final judgment from the Lord, man. You know, that lake of fire that you read about in the book of Revelation, where do you think that's going to come from? Because again, hey, there's going to be so many missiles that hit this place, talking about America, because again, America is going to be completely wiped out. All right? This place is going to be a desert forever. All right? But before it gets to that point, this place, all the missiles that are going to hit America, all right, it's going to turn this place into a lake of fire. So, you know, you often hear me talk about how, hey, man, our people, they're going to be swimming in that lake of fire, man. You know, because you're going to have over 200 million missiles, warheads hit this place. You know, like I said, what do you think these nations are stacking up on these missiles for, man? These ICB missiles. What do you think that's for? It's not for no reason. All right? It's not like they're just you know, hauling these things off and just keeping them in the storage. No, man, they're going to use those missiles. You know? You hear all this talk about World War III, right? Which that's part of the signs, the wars and rumors of wars. That's part of the signs, you know? But eventually it's going to get to a point that, hey, man, all these nations, they're going to hit that button, and those missiles, the arrows, as the Bible describes them, the arrows coming out of their bow or their silos, right? And once that plague gets sent out, it's not coming back. It's not coming back. You know, when an archer shoots his arrow, that arrow, it don't come back. So you see, man, this is what's being set up. But going back to this in Psalm 57, going to verse 4, it says, my soul is among lions, talking about Esau. It says, and I lie even among them that are set on fire. Even the sons of men whose teeth are spears and arrows, and their tongue a sharp sword. Be thou exalted, O Most High, above the heavens. Let thy glory be above all the earth. They have prepared a step for my steps. My soul is bowed down, and this is what's being set up. All right, again, Esau, he's setting the snares, man. He's setting the traps up. You know, because again, he's a cunning hunter, man. You know, he's skillful, conniving little prick, man. You know, he's slick. It says, they have digged a pit before me, into the midst whereof they are fallen themselves. Selah. I'm going to jump down to verse chapter 58. Because I was making the point that Esau, all right, Esau, he's what was I saying? Because the spirit that is in Esau is not upright, and the scriptures tell you that the spirit that's in him is not upright, right? Yahweh Shemel Shai created this devil to be exactly who he is, man. The devil. He was created that way. He was born that way. He comes out of the womb. Just being just evil, man. You know? Psalm 58 verse 1, it says, do ye indeed speak righteousness, O congregation? Do ye judge uprightly, O ye sons of men? No, they don't. Right? It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. So you see, like I said, they tell you what you want to hear. They speak peaceable words unto you. But in his heart, man, it's just filth, man. He's thinking of a million ways to destroy your ass, man. So what you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans don't understand. You don't get it. The scriptures say, he that joined hand in hand with the enemy, hey, man, the Lord's going to destroy all you, man. Guilty by association. So stop thinking these people are your friend. They're not. It says, yea, in heart ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. And again, this is how Esau conquered everything. This is how he got all his riches. This is why he's the top nation on the earth, by way of violence. Going back to his blessing, the sword. All right? Because that's just, hey, that's, and again, Esau, he trusts in his blessing, man. You best believe he trusts his blessing. He trusts in that sword, man. And again, when they don't get the herd immunity or whatever, right? Because again, eventually their witchcraft is gonna, it's already phasing out. All right, Esau's witchcraft for the most part, people aren't falling for it anymore. All right, so this is where they're just gonna say the hell with it and just come and ransack shit, man. Like a loose cannon, madmen, sparing none, spoiling and destroying houses, man. He's gonna revert back to his blessing. Psalm 58 verse 3, it says, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. So you see, as soon as they come out, as soon as they're born, all right, straight from the womb, they're the wicked, because that's just how the Lord created them. All right, that's just how the Lord created him. So you Jakes thinking that the so-called white man has changed, he's a different person now? No, man. That rust is still there. No matter how many times no matter how you polish it up, make it look neat, clean, that rust is still there. That perpetual hatred is always going to be there until that 1,000 years. After that 1,000 years, man, and the Lord destroys him. That hatred is always going to be there. There's always going to be that animosity between Jacob and Esau, right? The serpent and the woman, right? Or his seed and thy seed. What I meant to say. That animosity is always going to be there, man. And you Jakes, man, you can't do nothing about it. All right, you can't offset prophecy. There's nothing you can do about it. This is the program of Yahweh Shemel Shai. This is just how he set it up. So you Jakes, man, you thinking that, hey, man, no, man. But again, this is why they're going to find out the hard way, because they trust their enemy. Instead of putting their trust in Yahweh Shemel Shai, they put their trust in the enemy. But reading on, it says, their poison is like the poison of a serpent. Because he's that old serpent. When you read in Revelation 12, he's that old serpent. That old serpent called the devil, that's the same spirit that's on Esau today. That serpent, man, he's that serpent. All right, and his poison is different philosophies. And again, this is why you see the earth in an uproar. You see the earth is in a tumult, man. All right, everyone's going crazy. Why? Because of Esau and his poison that he's planting in these other nations. They're getting sick and tired of Esau, man. This is why those Africans are rising up and standing up. They want the white man out of their country, man. Why do you think that is? Because for the most part, a lot of these governments, they're corrupt. A lot of people. This is why you see a lot of these nations standing up, revolting against the government. Because they're corrupt by way of the hand of Esau, man. A lot of these different presidents and prime ministers in these other countries, man, they're set up, they were put in there by Esau. They're puppets for Esau. So again, with that, man, you're only going to spread, they're going to do the bidding of Esau. All right? They're going to implant that poison, Esau's poison. And so this is why you see all these nations are in an uproar, man. These people are tired. They're tired of Esau, man. But reading on, it says, they are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear, which will not hearken to the voice of charmer, charming never so wisely. Break their teeth, O Most High, and their mouth break out the great teeth of the young lions, O Yahweh. So you see, man, because again, Esau, he's that, his teeth, his military power, again, his blessing. All right, his blessing, man. So that's what it's talking about. All right, but that was it on that, man. Let me get this, because again, we're at the end of Esau Edom. We're at the end of his captivity, or excuse me, we're at the end of our captivity. All right, but Esau, he's at the end of his kingdom. All right, and again, Esau knows this. This is why they're shitting their boots, man. Get this in the book of Job, chapter 18. Job chapter 18, and again, this is speaking expressly through the Spirit, because a lot of the dark sayings, you see, the Bible is filled with dark sayings and parables, and this, not everyone can understand these things unless the Spirit reveals it unto you. But a lot of the dark parables in the book of Job, man, a lot of it has to do with Esau, Job chapter 18 and verse, Job 18 and 5, it says, yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. And again, because Yahweh Shema Shai, slowly but surely he's blowing out Esau's candle. All right, his light. All right, his poison, like I said, is not as effective as it was 20 years ago, 30 years ago. His spells, they're not as effective, man. That's the Lord putting out his light. All right, because hey, Esau. He had his time to rule, and he's come to an end. It's coming to an end. Verse 6. Job 18 and 6. The light shall be dark in his tabernacle, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightened. All right, going into difficulty, man. All right. Because a lot of the things that what they want to accomplish, man, the Lord is bringing it to naught. They have a hard time trying to get a lot of the things that they want to get done. All right, that's the Lord straightening their ways, man. Put them through all type of hell, man. Because this so-called New World Order, however people want to name it nowadays, this is something that they've been trying to do for a long time, man. A long time they've been trying to do these things, man. But the Lord always, put stumbling blocks, right? Because again, at the end of the day, this is the will of This is the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. Yeah, they're able to accomplish certain things that they want to accomplish because it lines up with the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. But if it's outside the Lord's will, they're not going to be able to fulfill it. But Job 18 and 7 again, it says, the steps of his strength shall be straightened, and his own counsel shall cast him down. And you see, again, this is why you see nations are rebelling, man. They want Esau out of their damn country. All right? Esau's own counsel is falling upon him. And his own counsel shall cast him down. Verse 8, for he is cast into a net by his own feet, and he walketh up upon a snare. The jinn shall take him by the heel, meaning trap. All right, because here it is, Esau. He's the ultimate cunning, thieving, conniving, slick fox. But again, ultimately, you can't beat the Most High at his own game, man. All right, the Lord has these devils in a trick bag. They have no idea, man. The Lord is setting them up. You 2/3, the Lord is going to allow, he's going to use Esau to, do away with you, execute judgment on you, because a lot of the traps Esau sets up, man, is to get you jakes, man. And that's just the Lord rejecting you 2/3 and doing away and judging you 2/3, man. That's all that is. Job 18 and 9, the jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Terrors shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. And you see again, this Esau, he's seen this. All right, he sees this, man. This is why he's shitting his boots. This is why he's gonna just flat out just come out with his martial law, his guns, troops. All right, because he's scared, man, and he's a coward at the end of the day. Everything that they do, man, they revert to the blessing, man. They always revert to the blessing. That's all they can do. All right. Because, hey, at the end of the day, Esau, man, he ain't shit, man. But I'm going to get this, man. I'm about to wrap it up. So I still got some time. In Isaiah chapter 14. Isaiah 14:4. That thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon. Who's the king of Babylon? Esau. All right. It says, and say, how has the oppressor ceased? The golden city ceased, because this once great and mighty powerful nation, all right, you know, turns out this place, man, this has been a living nightmare, man. This all been a false dream, man. You know, this once mighty nation, all right, how has it come down to nothing? Verse 5, it says, Yahweh have broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. And this, again, this is what's happening from the inside out. Yahweh Shema Shai, he's strategically taking these devils out of power from the inside out, right? Verse 6, it says, he who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, because again, matter of fact, let me read on. It says, he that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hinder it. All right? That continual stroke, man. Again, Esau, man, hey, man, no mercy, no compassion. All right? You know, just completely, just, he's a madman. Esau is a lunatic, man. He's crazy, man. You know? Verse 7, it says, the whole earth is at rest. And it's quiet, they break forth into singing. Because like I said, you know, when the elect get put back in power, start with Yahweh Shai, man, this earth is going to be ruled in righteousness. That's when true peace is going to come to this place. Right? So when Esau gets taken out of power, hey, that's when we're going to be able to replenish the earth, rebuild the earth, right? You know, it's going to be the Garden of Eden all over again, man. You know? But again, as of right now, this earth is in a dying state. This earth has a cancer. And everything in it, everything. Trees, plants, us, everything is sick. The air, everything is messed up. Verse 8, it says, yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us. And a feller is someone that chops up trees. And you see Esau, like I mentioned this before, with all the deforestation, Esau's always chopping down trees and shit, man. This is why the ecosystem is all messed up. The oceans are all messed up, man. Everything is all out of course. Everything is all out of balance. But you see, when Esau gets taken out of power, even the trees, man, like I read in Romans the 8th chapter, all right, the creature is earnestly waiting on the manifestations. It's patiently, man, they waiting for us to get back in power, right? Even the trees are going to be rejoicing. Plant, the ecosystem, everything, man, the earth itself is going to be rejoicing when we get back into power, man. This should show you how deep this is, man. You got the literal trees, because this is talking about people too. Because people are man is often equated to trees as well. But even the trees, the literal trees are going to be rejoicing when the so-called white man is taken out of power. You know? Verse 9, it says, hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. All right? Because see, and this is why Esau is doing everything in his power to stay in power, because he knows that, amen, once we get back into power, it's hell for him. Just like they put hell on us, all right? It's going to be all ball game for them, man. And this hell is talking about slavery. All right? Because as of right now, Esau, he's in his heaven. We're in our hell. But in our kingdom, we're going to be in our heaven, our kingdom, our rulership. Esau, he's going to have to suffer hell. And this is what's being prepared for him. And Esau knows this. All right? He knows that, hey, man, you know, if he lets this go, then that's it for him. You know? It says, it stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up their thrones, all the kings of the nations. So you see, man, you know, matter of fact, let me read on down. Verse 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Right? Because again, this once mighty, great, powerful nation, all right, you know, talk about Esau, you know, how did he get to a point where, because, hey, man, in the kingdom, you know, hey, man, they're going back to cave dwellers, man, you know, and we're going to be looking at these devils, or the nations are going to be looking at these devils like these were the once mighty people. These people had all these other nations, and you know, under their subjection. You know, these were those people. These were those mighty men. That mighty nation. Because, hey, when Esau, hey, man, the greatest from riches to rags in history. All right, that's what's being set up for Esau, man. You know, and our come up, the greatest rags from riches. You know, for us. You know, but this is what's in store for Esau, man. This is what he's got to get ready for. Esau, Edom, slavery. It's being prepared for him. All right, hell is coming up to meet him, man. You know, he's gonna have to pay for all the hell and all the tribulations that he's done to the chosen people of Yahweh Shem Shai, to the earth, creation itself. All right, he's gonna have to answer for his crimes, man. Here it is. We pay for our crimes, and we're the chosen people of Yahweh Shem Shai. How much more Esau? You know, how much more these people? You know, but hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and end it off there, man. Again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, I was able to come out here another day. Today, Thursday, July 15th, year 2021. Patiently waiting the second coming of our Lord, man. You know, Lord's will. This is the time. This is the year, you know, of our redemption. All hell breaks loose. Yahweh Shem Shai starts judging these people. Judges this place. All right? Because it's long overdue, man. Judgment is long overdue. It's long overdue for this place. This place has to be destroyed. You know, so with that, and give all credit once again to Yahweh Shem Shai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Yahweh Shem Shai, Barakathum, to the hope of the elect. Until next time, those will, I say Shalom.